when it's game day, boy, you can tell it is just by looking at his face. He's out to knock people down. He's averaging almost 6 catches a game this season. Sam Wyche and his Bengals now are hard pressed. They were right in it. And all of a sudden, the Jets, with a field goal, a safety, and now a touchdown in the third quarter, have doubled the Cincinnati number of points. It's a 26-13 game. 9-point turnaround due to that safety.
Yeah, the Bengals had the interception, goes as a safety, and cost them 9 points.
The Yankee players say that Brent Saberhagen is the best pitcher in baseball, at least in their opinion. Many of the Yankees. Kansas City Royals with Saberhagen and all those good hitters and all that speed head into Toronto, Canada for the opener of the American League Championship Series Tuesday night on NBC Sports. Now the kickoff downfield. Martin won't bring it out.
Bengal offense has been on the sideline for a good long period now, Don. It's not chilly in Riverfront Stadium, but let's see what that 9-point turnaround does to this football team.
Well, one thing it has to do, Trump, it has to mean that Boomer's got to air out that left arm and let it rip, because down by 2 touchdowns, 26-13, with 39 seconds to play in the third quarter, the Bengals need some big plays, and they've got people on the flanks that can give them. Martin's on one side, Eddie Brown on the other. Eddie Brown running a fly pattern. They swing it out and over the middle out to the 24-yard line. Now that should be a late hit. It is. We're here at the fights and a football game broke out.
James Brooks on the reception. These striped shirts have played a big part in this football game. Maybe too big.
Long way to go. We're still in the third quarter. 29 seconds to play in it.
Number 21 on the offense, unsportsmanlike for kicking. 15-yard penalty.
You called the late hit on the New York Jets. They called the penalty on James Brooks, responding to the late hit. Here's the pass reception, a simple delay underneath to James Brooks. Mel, as always.
Watch the guy come in and hit him as hard as he can.
And there's the kick, and the flag is on the offense. It'll make it first down and 20.
So the Bengals will start out in a hole. They'll have the ball back at their inside their 13-yard line, trailing 26-13. Don Criqui with Bob Trumpy at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. Perfect football weather on this October afternoon. Temperature about 60, clear sunny skies, as the Bengals in this game all the way until the turn of developments in the third quarter now drops them 26-13 behind. Esiason on first down might be pitching right away. Got room to run. Lets it go long. James Brooks is out there. Brooks was hit.
Absolutely, and the defensive back was not looking back at the receiver.
But there is a penalty marker down in the Cincinnati backfield.
Late hit on the quarterback.
The third quarter just came to an end.
Number 35 on a defense, unnecessary roughness. That's 15, and that's a first down.
Bengals get some help. You've heard of deja vu. This is Bouja Day, things you've never seen before. At the end of the third quarter, we'll be back after these messages from your local station.
Sybil Shepherd, Don Johnson, a man one step ahead of his past, a town one heartbeat away from murder. A long, hot summer tonight.
Nobody puts you in the middle of football action like the people at NFL Films, and nobody's hungrier to help aggressive growing companies like theirs than Midlantic. NFL Films teamed up with the hungry bankers right at the start. When their signals called for a major expansion, the Midlantic team provided the funding. And whatever financial play they run next, we'll help carry the ball. If you're playing to win, call the hungry bankers at Midlantic. We're pros.
Nigel Bishop? Leslie Long from New York.
Jolly good. Put him through.
This is Leslie Long.
The one who always telexes?
Yeah. Well, this time I'm calling to discuss an idea.
AT&T International Long Distance Service lets you share ideas in a way that would be impossible by telex. So if you want to pick up your international business, pick up the phone.
Brilliant idea. I've learned quite a bit about Leslie Long.
Nigel, I'm glad I called.
AT&T, the right choice.
I send all kinds of stuff overnight. The one overnight express company that saves money for me is Percolator Courier.
A Purelator Courier.
Right. That's what I said.
I was paying lots more for overnight express till I switched to Pendulator Courier.
No. Purelator Courier.
Yeah, right.
With Purelator Courier, people know they get great service at great prices.
Purelator Courier.
But they have a little trouble with our name.
Purelator Courier.
If you want to save money and get great service, remember Purelator Courier.
Bob Eubanks hosts the new Newlywed Game on Channel 4.
We've got strange happenings in Cincinnati. Here's the latest.
No question that this is a late hit. Boomer Esiason, Harry Glenn, just as Esiason goes to let it go, you'll see Glenn right in his face, and that's a penalty. But watch the contact at the line is right here at the reception. No question, absolutely no question. The official is not looking back. The defender is not looking back. And now there has been a flag called on Sam White on the sideline, which will be a 15-yard penalty. And I think what Ben Dreith is saying is that they're going to have to run another play in the third quarter before the fourth quarter starts.
Yeah, your remark about this getting out of hand is on target, because this game, and this is bedlam. Everybody's standing in the stands right now, almost ready to come out of them.
It's too bad, too, because to the point of about 6 minutes ago in his football game, it was a very well played game. And now it's deteriorated.
The late hit really here. Glennon was moving towards the quarterback, but he goes to the head very obviously, and that's the foul.
You can't go to the quarterback's head. One untimed down, the last down of the third quarter.
One untimed down.
Yes, whatever that is.
First for me. Well, right now it's a first for Cincinnati. First and 10 at their 28-yard line. Bengals down 26-13 to the Jets as we open the fourth quarter at Riverfront Stadium.
That was still the third quarter, Don.
Oh, that was the one untimed. All right, the clock didn't start. We had 15 minutes up.
That's a new one. It did. The yardage did not. They did not penalize the Cincinnati Bengals a foot, but they had to run an extra down. What's the penalty?
See if they can sort all this out at NFL 85. So while we have a moment, we'll switch to New York and Bob Costas. Bob. TD.
Don, what the Bengals now have to do, because they're behind the New York Jets, is regain their composure. They got to settle down. They got to get things back in order. And no matter what has happened in this football game, look at the through three quarters, the amount of time and yardage the Jets have made up on the Cincinnati Bengals. It was a third quarter that was almost completely dominated time of possession wise by the New York Jets. But now it's just, let's see how Esiason and young head coach Sam White can regain the composure and get back in a football game. They're still only down by 13 points.
And they score a lot, do the Bengals. They average 30 points a game this season. You joined us late. The Jets, with a touchdown in the closing seconds of the first half, took a 14-13 lead. First time they'd led in the game. Then in the third quarter, they extended that lead on a Pat Leahy field goal, followed by a safety call after the Bengals intercepted a ball, but it was ruled that Lewis Breeden ran into his own end zone. It was ruled a safety, not momentum. And then more strange developments, and soon the Jets had a touchdown after the safety free kick. In they went, and now they're in command of the game by the Jets, 26-13. The Raiders holding on against Kansas City, 13-10.
I guarantee you the lines to the NFL offices will be burning tomorrow, and I can give you the initials of at least one guy calling, PB.
That'd be the major domo of the Bengals, Paul Brown.
Mr. Paul Brown. See the Bengals communicating there with each other, so they got everybody covered. Blitz.
And Smell is through. That's one guy they didn't pick up. And so Boomer Esiason is knocked down back at his 17-yard line. And the Bengals have a greater problem. Now let's go back to NFL 85. Bob?
Okay, Don, the Chiefs have moved to within 3 of the Raiders. Bill Kenny fires long over the defense of Michael Haynes, and Anthony Hancock puts his signature on this play. It winds up as a 41-yard TD, 13-10 Raiders in the 4th. Don.
Thank you, Bob. Back at Cincinnati, we have 14:44 to play in the game as the Bengals down by 13 points come out ready to go 3rd down and over 20. 3rd and 21. Boomer's got to let it rip. Eddie Brown on the right flank. Top of your screen. Too much on it as Collinsworth came across the middle and couldn't get to the ball.
I think that ball was tipped.
So the Jet defense holds, and now the Bengals have to punt it back, and the Jets should get very good field position. The Jets looking to extend their mark to 4-1 on the year to maintain a tie for first place with the Miami Dolphins in the AFC East. They'll play the Jets next week. Dolphins already a victor today. They came from behind in the 4th quarter and beat the Steelers 24-20.
Don, I think Kyle Clifton, number 59 of the Jets, just got his hand on that football to deflect it away from Chris Collinsworth. Big play, Jets.
McAnally in the game, standing back at his 3-yard line. Kirk Springs back deep for the Jets. Not too deep a punt. It'll be out of bounds at the Jets 49-yard line, and there New York will go on offense 1st and 10, just 33 yards to the line of scrimmage on the punt by McAnally. So the Jets take it back when we come back.
If you've got your mind all made up about small...
The more you look, the more you like Mazda Value. By light beer from Miller, everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. And by Radio Shack, the computer experts.
Don, once again, the New York Jets with fantastic field position, leading 26-13.
Here's O'Brien taking a look. A big rush and a blitz. He gets it up, but too high. Rocky Cleaver, a tight end, going for the ball, could not come down with it. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Jets from their 49-yard line. Trumpy's looking into the rule book here. Now, this is getting serious.
Page 70. Intercepting momentum. We'll try to find out exactly what it is, but
Go
it
ahead,
means
Trump,
nothing.
Take it. You're on.
It means absolutely nothing because the call has been made. Safety.
2nd down and 10 now for the Jets. 4:11 to play in the game. Jets lead 26-13. Freeman McNeil almost breaks one as he gets inside the 45-yard line of the Bengals, down close to the 43. Carl Zander, that rookie linebacker, got him. McNeil's great success against Cincinnati in the pass running the ball has really come on big plays. He's been stopped and stopped, and then all of a sudden, bang, he breaks the crust and is gone for a big gainer. A lot of that is due to the Jet coaches feel the fact that he's just so much quicker than the Cincinnati linebacking.
Bengals have done a good job shutting him down. The wide receivers.
O'Brien is 18 for 24 throwing the ball for 204 yards. As his pass is upfield to Mickey Schuler, good for a 1st down, and the one interception that O'Brien has thrown has turned out to be maybe the most valuable play of the game for the Jets, because it was an immediate 2 points on the safety call against Lewis Breeden that was turned into 9 points when the Jets took the free kick right back in a short time later for a touchdown.
19-25 now for O'Brien, and you see him move with that ball ready to throw. Schuler, the tight end, always seems to be open. Big 1st down pickup by the New York Jets.
Jets are looking now to run some clock as they lead by 13. Al Toon, their vaunted wide receiver from Wisconsin, is on the right flank. He's off your screen at the lower portion. Walker more speeds on that side, but they go to Freeman McNeil. His 1st down run takes him to the 31-yard line. Eddie Edwards knocked down Freeman McNeil.
Last week, McNeil with 115 yards against the Indianapolis Colts. Came into this game as the AFC's leading rusher, second to only James Wilder in the NFL.
Freeman did a big job during Hurricane Glory. He was out there pushing cars out of ditches on Long Island. All-round citizen.
He gives as well as takes.
2nd down and 6. Here's McNeil. And he is down to the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Jets as they drive on. Greatest line ahead of Hurricane Glory, though, was Jack Bicknell, the coach of Boston College. The day after Hurricane Gloria blew through New England, the Miami Hurricanes came to town and blew out Boston College, and Bicknell said, I wish they hadn't brought their mascot.
I saw a sign on Long Island, though. It said, Long Island 1, Gloria nothing.
That's right. I think it's Gloria 1, Lilco nothing. The Long Island Power Company has had some problems getting the juice turned back on. Here is O'Brien lofting a pass into the end zone, but screened off from the ball. Horton screens off Wesley Walker, and there's a penalty marker down. Now another one, so there's going to be a foul call and a personal foul after it.
It's going to be against Cincinnati, too. Another first down for the New York Jets. Sam White's the head coach. Ray Horton is saying that Wesley Walker,
unsportsmanlike penalty on number 20 on a defense. That's 15 yards, and that's a first down.
That's the 13th penalty today against the Cincinnati Bengals. Ray Horton saying that at the end of this play, Wesley Walker tried to keep him from making the interception. We'll see if we can see contact. Well, I'm not sure Ray Horton had a lot to yell about. First down, Jets. Joe Walton pleasantly watching his team just take the Bengals apart here.
Jets challenging now. First down it is. McNeil slides back to the 10-yard line for only a yard. Linebackers jamming the gaps, and McNeil has nowhere to cut. Reggie Williams knocked him down. The game clock runs down to 11:15, and the count holds at 26-13. The Jets in the lead, and Sam White and his Bengals in trouble. Coming in with a 1-3 record. They lost their first 3 and then upset the Steelers last Monday night at Pittsburgh.
13 penalties for 94 yards and 9 points.
Second down. O'Brien looked at Sohn, couldn't find him free, and the sweep under is made for a 4th sack of the game by the Bengal defense.
Strange thing is, with all of this happening at the end of the 3rd quarter and the beginning of the 4th quarter, if the Bengals can keep the Jets out of the end zone, they still have a shot at this ball game. And they got to score quick. You see Xander 91 picked up nicely by McNeil, but finally the flood. And O'Brien down for the 4th time.
So it's really, for all practical purposes, 3rd down and goal from the 16, because Jets could get a first down. They get the nose of the ball inside the 1-foot line. Hand off, Freeman McNeil, and he's knocked down. A big defensive play, very nicely done. Robert Jackson, the free safety, who blitzes every time you have the ball inside the Cincinnati 15-yard line, did so there and made the knockdown.
He's assigned to Freeman McNeil, the only back in the backfield there. He's got to get him if he gets the ball.
So the clock now ticks down under 10 minutes. Leahy can make it very difficult for the Bengals to get back in this. He will give the Jets a 16-point lead if he hits this field goal. 33-yard attempt. Leahy having a great year, and he had one a year ago. Brings the Jets to a 29-13 lead, and we'll be back.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
If you think there's no room for improvement in small trucks today, then go let the dog out, because you wouldn't want to know about Mazda's new Cab Plus. A small truck that's really big inside.
Holding number 90 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty.
There is Larry Pasquale, the Jets special team coach. There isn't a team in the NFL that has better special teams play Now, Larry Pasquale certainly deserves a salute today. They've been good on the coverage and particularly good on busting the ball out. With Humphrey back in the lineup, you recall that 155-yard kickoff return that was soon after turned into the go-ahead touchdown at the close of the first half.
And Kirk Springs had the big free kick return of 58 yards.
Now the Bengals needing big plays and badly with 9:30 to play in the game, and the Bengals down 29-13. Esiason, the second-year quarterback. Jets are playing a deep zone, and those wideouts are unable to get free deep, and they have to go underneath, and there's a strike, but a drop. Mike Martin had the ball but couldn't hold on. Now, while we have a moment, back to NFL 85. Here's Bob Costas.
All right, Don, the Broncos have broken their game against the Oilers wide open. This is Elway's third touchdown pass to rookie Vance Johnson. Walks a tightrope down the sideline. Elway now has 12 touchdown throws for the year, and they lead 31-13 in this one.
Thank you, Bob. Here at Cincinnati, we now have 9 minutes and 26 seconds to play in the game. The Bengals have the ball, second down and 10 coming up. Coming on the blitz. Long ball downfield. They've been close, but they haven't been able to connect.
We got a flag down at almost at the line of scrimmage.
Finger pointed at the Jet defense on his play. Esiason's put the ball up now 19 times, has completed 9 for 129 yards.
Yeah, but you know, Don, the thing is, in the second half, Esiason is 2 for 8 for just 26
Defensive
yards.
Holding number 35. That's 5 yards, and that's a first down.
Bengals have not started out well the last 3 years. 0-3, 0-5, 1-3. They're heading towards 1-4. Last year won 8 of their last 11 games, came up 1 game short of the playoffs. Pittsburgh win.
Conversely, the Jets have gotten out of the gate well. As you pointed out, they were 6-2 at the turn last year, then lost 7 of their last 8. They finished 7-9 for a second straight year. There's a throw and a catch by Chris Collinsworth out to the 40-yard line of Cincinnati. So the Bengals get a 22-yard gain and a first down.
The thing you got to like about Esiason is how much he has avoided trouble today. There have been people all over him. He got a little shuffle forward. Gastineau hits him in the back, but he's still got steam on the ball. That strong arm right to Chris Collinsworth for a first down. Gastineau with that one hand, the one down, still with that broken thumb on Mike Wilson. He's a power rusher. He's a speed rusher. Can't get the Boomer quick enough.
Now Boomer sets his offense with 3 wide receivers in the game. And Brooks will be swinging out. Esiason taking a look. He can run, but he has to be in a hurry now. Breakup. Nicely done by Kirk Springs of the Jets as Collinsworth was positioned to catch the ball. But Springs got him in the small of the back just as it came in.
Actually had nobody to throw it here. He was trying to throw the ball right up the sideline. Again, just enough movement. He's looking for somebody. Finally, Collinsworth, that ball is out of bounds anyway. If Collinsworth could have caught it, I don't think he could have come down with it. Great play by Springs to knock it away.
Collinsworth came in as a second-round draft choice, has been to the Pro Bowl 3 times. The man they drafted in the first round that year was a total bust, a wide receiver named David Verzer.
Yeah, he's now pumping gas somewhere. You're right.
Second down and 10. Great throw, and Eddie Brown catches the ball, and he's inside the 45-yard line and down to the 42. So with 8:50 to play in the game and the clock running, Eddie Brown and Esiason hook up on an 18-yard gainer. Overtown Eddie Brown, they call him in Miami. Came out of one of the toughest inner-city ghettos and made it big, helping lead the Hurricanes to a national championship with Bernie Kosar. Eddie Brown's been some player for Cincinnati, although the Jets have done a good job on him today.
Just 2 catches. Thing about the Jets defense, they're going to allow those 15-yard completions. Just let the clock run. Brown was not able to get out of bounds. The clock is the Bengals' enemy and the Jets' ally.
First down and 10 for Cincinnati. Esiason very poised, but comes in high. Looking at Collinsworth, and the Jets with a lot of DBs running are doing a great job doubling up.
They're getting him at the line of scrimmage, and then there's another man waiting for him down the field. Watch this, Collinsworth very quick. That's Glenn on the coverage underneath. And then you see a man waiting for him. Collinsworth was not open, but Esiason didn't have an awful lot of time.
Raiders now a 16-10 lead over Kansas City in the fourth quarter. Chris Barr just hit a field goal. That's over now. Seattle opening up a 19-7 lead on San Diego. Second down and 10. Esiason swings it out. The ball is caught by Stanford Jennings. There's a penalty marker down in the secondary of the Jets. Defensive secondary.
Jets are doing a great job of covering all these receivers. They're going with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive backs. These guys have been the star of the show today.
Defensive holding number 27.
Now, but for a while.
5-yard penalty at the first down.
Penalty markers all over and had this game in disarray.
Things are back to normal.
Looking at some of those other Western scores. Denver with that 31-13 lead over Houston. That game in the third quarter at Mile High Stadium. Rams holding to a field goal lead over Minnesota. Rams led that game 13-0, but the Vikings have come back.
Bud Grant and crew.
Ed Brown scored, and then they got a field goal. Now it's first down and 10 for Cincinnati at the 37-yard line of the Jets. Jets lead the game 29-13. Fourth quarter.
That'll be on Joe Klecko. He made contact, so the play can't continue. It'll be first and 5.
Defense number 73 made contact. 5-yard penalty.
Talking about strong right there. In fact, the team doctors say he's too strong for his own good. He really starts to break himself apart because
You're talking about two of the biggest guys, the strongest guys you can find in the NFL facing each other all day today. Dave Remington, the center of the Cincinnati Bengals, and Joe Klecko, the nose tackle of the New York Jets.
I've been in that University of Nebraska weight room when Remington's worked out. That's like showtime.
Well, that's the place to be. You don't want to be down there. Again. 6'3", 280 pounds.
Defense number 73. Encroachment made contact. 5 yards at the first down.
Hard to hide. Look at Platos.
Could have blown him over with a feather there. Taking full advantage of the early contact. So the ball is advanced now down to the 26-yard line.
Boy, oh boy. Almost 200 yards of penalties and 9 points. You'll take the yards. Officials aren't supposed to account for points.
Game clock starts up again now with 7:20 to play, and Esiason out of the shotgun from the Jet 27. Jets in the lead 29-13 in the fourth quarter. Blitz. Lofted ball, and no, it's a little bit long. Almost a connection as Mike Martin came out of the backfield. Tonight on Punky Brewster, Punky and Cherry start a babysitting business. Will it be a losing proposition? You'll find out on Silver Spoons when Silver Spoons follows Punky Brewster. Then we have Steven Spielberg's Amazing Stories, and Alfred Hitchcock presents NBC Sunday night movie The Long Hot Summer. All coming up tonight on NBC television. Get Don Johnson of Miami, but he's got to be bulletproof. Don Johnson, Crockett on Miami Vice. They get more shots fired at him than at the Alamo.
Definitely got to dress down for the long hot summer.
Second down and 10 now as the Esiason drops to throw, standing back at the Jet 37. There's a great hit by Russell Carter. Now a marker comes in. They ruled it was early.
Carter was there at the right time. Charles Alexander, the intended receiver.
Pass interference number 27 at the first down.
We are just about at the 200-yard mark now for penalty yardage. Esiason looking all over the field for a receiver. Finds Alexander underneath. Ball not there. Contact is. Good call. No complaint. Shouldn't be.
First down now and 10 from the 22-yard line. James Brooks is out there. Oh, a great recovery by the Jet DB. Rich Miano coming from off the play. The rookie from Hawaii appeared to tip the ball. Brooks was gone for a touchdown, but it was negated on Miano's great recovery.
That looked like it bounced right off the shoulder pads of James Brooks. The front underneath the jersey is plastic. Miano is back there in coverage. This is well thrown by Boomer Esiason. Does he get his hand on it? No, he doesn't. That ball just dropped by James Brooks. Bounced right off that plastic on his chest.
22-yard line of the Jets. The Jets are holding to a lead in the fourth quarter, 29-13 with 6:52 to play. Esiason throwing and fires it away wisely.
Eddie Brown was open. He didn't see him. Done a good job of avoiding the rush, and the Jets have been all over him all day long. Just haven't really got him to the ground.
Very poised quarterback. He really looks over the field. It's so tough. You've got to drop back, read the defense, look for the blitz, look for the open man, and then get the ball away. All in under 3 seconds on the average. He bought himself a little time with that scramble.
That's one of the things they like about Boomer Esiason, that mobility, and on the run can still throw the football.
The Jets have the ball. Third down. The Bengals with the ball at the Jets 22. Third down and 10. Penalty marker. They're going to have a hold call as Joe Klecko was tackled. Marty Lyons ran down the QB. Marty had a great game a week ago against Indianapolis. Made a hit at the goal line that the game really turned on.
Excellent player. He's played all over that defensive line for the New York Jets, too. Tackle.
Holding offense number 65. Decline a penalty at fourth down.
Do they go for it? It appears that they are.
Down by 16 with 6:37 to play. They're going to put it up.
Yeah, but this is 4th and 20 yards.
Actually 4th and 22.
This ought to be a spectacular play, Don.
Hey, the Jet safeties will be playing back up by the goal line by the time he lets the ball go. Kirk Springs and Miano are the deep backs. Jets a very well executed defensive game plan. They've held down a very high scoring Cincinnati team to 13 points so far. Here comes Gastineau, and he makes the hit. There's a penalty marker down.
That's offsides on Mark Gastineau, too. And Boomer is down.
Got a clean shot at Esiason and came down on him with full force.
He got driven right into the turf, Don.
Gastineau hit him like he was a tackling dummy. Nobody even got in the way of Gastineau.
Now, we're not going to see the other side, but this is a clean shot. Drives him right into the ground. We still don't know what the flag is, though.
But Boomer's up, we're happy to report, and he's trotting off the field. We'll be back.
The enemy. Rain. A mere 1/8 inch can float your car off the road. Thus the rationale for Vector, Goodyear's unique all-season radio. So advanced, its crisscross tread actually pumps away water to help more tire and your car stay on the road. The Goodyear Vector. It simply performs like no other tire in the world.
When you start something good, everyone wants a piece of it. Take light beer from Miller. Now there's lots of light beers out there saying they're less filling. Heck, that was the easy part. The hard part is brewing a light beer that tastes great. That's why Light's always brewed only with the finest ingredients.
The Bengals is being attended to on the sideline. They were offsetting penalties on the previous play. Now on fourth down, the Bengals send out their field goal kicker. Turk Schonert is warming up. Early ready to come in. Esiason, they're looking at his left shoulder. He's a left-arm thrower. Jim Breach, who hit a 53-yarder trying from 52, but he didn't have enough. Not enough gusto in that one, so the Jets will take over the ball with 6:27 to play. And the Jets in the lead 29-13.
Offsetting penalties on the previous play, but obviously the offsides of the New York Jets resulted in the injury to Boomer Esiason, who was holding on the offense. And watch Mark Gastineau drive Boomer Esiason right into the turf on that left arm, left shoulder. He get up limping and holding his left side. Don, I don't think this game will make the officials' highlight reel.
Gastineau, was he the one that left early? Was offsetting penalty?
Yes, he was.
So a first down carry as the Jets look to run the clock now, holding to a 16-point lead. Take the ball straight ahead. Running with the ball was Freeman McNeil out to the 37-yard line. Jets heading back to Giant Stadium. Their next go-around will be with the Miami Dolphins, the team that they will be tied with for the AFC Eastern lead at day's end. Miami also a victor today, now 4-1, and the Jets heading toward that record. Cincinnati Bengals have the New York Giants coming in here next Sunday.
We thought Freeman McNeil would be the biggest factor today. Just 49 yards rushing.
Right back to the run, and Freeman McNeil on a 2nd down and 7 carry is out close to the 44-yard line. Game clock winding down. The Jets protecting their lead and running the clock. That's how the schedule looks for the Jets. Home to play Miami, off to New England. Patriots lost today to Cleveland. Cleveland now leads the AFC Central with a 3-2 record. And Seattle comes in. They've been a hard team to figure this year. Seattle giving up a lot of points, although not today. They're beating San Diego rather handily in the 4th quarter at the Kingdome. Handoff goes to Freeman McNeil, and in 3rd down and short yardage, he's going to be very close to a first down. Our Johnny Hector got the call there. He'll be out to the 46-yard line. Bengals have the Giants here in Cincinnati, then go to Houston. Then the Steelers come in. Then they go to Buffalo. It's got to be a welcome spot on the menu.
O'Brien today, an outstanding performance. Down 19 of 27, 212 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Kirk Shawner throwing it. Clay Pickering, the guy there in the jeans, is the injury reserve wide receiver, and Anderson with the hat on.
Jets got the first down, so they get 4 new downs to run the clock. And they go to the run. Tony Page takes it out. Running the clock down to 4:35 and running as the Jets continue to lead the game 29-13. So the Jets up to another outstanding start, as they were a year ago, but the Jets coaches all to a man feel that this was the best team they've beaten since they played the Raiders. After that 31-0 loss to Los Angeles, the Jets came back to win 3 straight and had that 1-11-quarter stretch, Trump, but they didn't allow a touchdown.
Yeah, and Don, today they've kept their composure. The Cincinnati Bengals have not. New York Jets handled all the adversity and all the problems. Stayed right in the game plan.
But really the turning point of this game, when the Bengals beat the Steelers Monday night at Pittsburgh, the game turned on a trick play by the Steelers. The Steelers had a lead 24-21. They tried a double reverse flea flicker. They fumbled. The Bengals got the ball. At that point, until the fumble, the Bengals were in trouble. And then they got the ball, took it in, and they won the game. Today, Ken O'Brien's first interception in 4 games was fielded by Lewis Breeden, but he ran it into the end zone in the opinion of the officials, and they called it a safety. So the interception resulted in an immediate 2 points for the New York Jets. And after the free kick, they took it in again, and they got 9 points total off of that safety, and they were in command of the game since. Freeman McNeil breaks it for the moment. There is a penalty marker down as he gets down close to the 44-yard line.
You can't keep a great running back like Freeman McNeil down very long. You can't shut him out for a whole football game. Holding offense, so that'll come back. McNeil is one of those guys that you'll give him the ball 8 times and he'll gain 16 yards, and on the 9th he'll gain 50. So you got to keep giving it to him, and the Jets do.
This has been a very encouraging start.
Holding offense number 49.
For Joe Walton and his coaching staff after they lost that first game 31-0. He didn't lose his team, and they didn't lose their spirit, and they came right back the next week and destroyed Buffalo. Assuming that the Jets hold on to win here today, that's how it'll look in the AFC East through 5 weeks of play.
How about next Monday night?
Miami and the Jets. We'll be there for that on NBC Radio.
That ought to be a darn good football game. This Jet team is as good as I've seen a Jet team in the last 5 or 6 years. Play with poise, got good defense, and if they get Lamb Jones and Wesley Walker healthy, they throw the ball to Schuler. They scored 29 points with McNeil getting under 50 or under 100 yards. All positive signs for the Jets.
There's one 5-0 team in the NFL through 5 weeks of play, and that, of course, is the Chicago Bears, who lead the NFC Central. There's going to be another 5-0 team if the Rams hold on to beat the Minnesota Vikings. Buffalo 0-5, Atlanta's 0-5, Tampa Bay 0-5, so they're in the Chuck Long Bowl or the Bo Jackson Bowl.
Bengals once again off with a very poor start.
Cleveland Browns coming on after the very disappointing opening loss when they were beaten in overtime by St. Louis at Cleveland Stadium, and they're going to be the leader of the AFC Central. Here is the give to Freeman McNeil on 3rd and long, and he takes it to the 40. Let's watch that play again. Earlier in the game, really the turning point in this football game. An interception, a big play by the Bengals, but then it went all against Cincinnati. Watch.
It was intended for Wesley Walker. Louis Breeden on the coverage underneath, makes the catch, and the officials ruled that he intentionally went into the end zone, and therefore it was a safety. The Bengals then had to kick off. Jets retained possession. They get a 58-yard return by Kirk Springs on the free kick. Back in business. It results in 9 points. At that point in the game, and the horse was out of the barn.
Completely turned the game. At the point it happened, it was Jets leading 16-13, 17-13. And they blew it open. Here's a kick downfield to Mike Martin at the 22. And more of that outstanding special teams play by the Jets. A 37-yard punt, a return of just 2 yards. And another penalty marker down. Why not? Let's go back to NFL 85. Here's Bob.
Don, here's the Chiefs' last chance against the Raiders. They're trailing by 6. Bill Kenny out of the shotgun. His pass is intercepted by Van McElroy. That leads to a sew-up field goal by Chris Barr. And the final, 19-10 Raiders.
Thank you, Bob. So the Raiders avenge an earlier loss at Kansas City.
Number 37 on a defense kicking. He's disqualified from the game.
That's Robert Jackson of Cincinnati. Penalties have been the biggest gainer so far today. Turk Schonert in at quarterback. Boomer Esiason no longer on the bench for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Turk Schonert, good player. Haven't heard a lot about him, but he can do it. Was the NCAA passing leader as a senior at Stanford. He owns racehorses, and he needs some now to get the Bengals back in this game. 29-13. We pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is WNBC TV, New York.
29-13 is the count. 2:19 to play in the game. The Jets in the lead. Don Criqui with Bob Trumpy at Cincinnati. On NBC Sports, where Tuesday night American League Championship Series baseball begins at Toronto, Kansas City at Toronto, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Charles Alexander takes the ball straight ahead to the 15-yard line.
Lance Mell on the tackle, trying to slow down that pass rush by the New York Jets.
Those of you just joining us, that's the lineup tonight on NBC television. Peacock standing tall these days. 2 minutes to play in the game. There's a break in the action, so we'll come back to Cincinnati right after this.
AT&T, the right choice. The Redskins' aggressive pursuit of Walter Payton has kept him out of the end zone. 2 minutes before halftime, Chicago threatens. 2nd and 4 at the Skins' 19. Should the Bears run Payton or should they pass?
Do I hear 3800? Santa Fe?
AT&T is in antiques. With AT&T Alliance Teleconferencing Service, an antique dealer can easily hold an auction with clients all over the country at the same time. As clear as if they're in the same room.
All right, Chicago, it's yours. Now,
another reason to choose AT&T long-distance services. Talk with us. AT&T, the right choice.
Chicago fools the Redskins by faking a reverse which ends with Peyton passing to Pat Dunsmore. The Bears win and go on to the NFC Championship game. The Chicago Bears made the right choice.
Those of you expecting to see Punky Brewster, this is Bob Trumpy. The final isolate of the day you think should be on Sam Weitz, the coach of the Bengals.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what Sam's reaction will be. There's no way for a coach to really approach an official unless the official comes to the sidelines. Obviously, Sam not particularly pleased with the way the calls have gone against his team. I repeat, I think we have over 200 penalty yards so far today. And when you're 1-3 and then 1-4 in the frustrating situation of just standing on the sideline and watch the game get away from you, it's no fun being there.
9-point swing on an interception, and the Bengals did the intercepting.
He does not look happy.
We're going to check the entire menu of scores on the 5th Sunday of play. People fighting in the stands now as dropping to throw is Turk Schonert. His first of the day is a completion. Tight end Rodney Holman is out to the 29-yard line, but the Bengals need much more than that. Game clock winding down to 1:45 to play.
Jets are going to be lining up 50 yards deep here at the snap of the ball. They'll give them all the underneath receptions that the Bengals want to take.
Schonert, very cool customer. He thought he'd be the man who'd replace Kenny Anderson. Esiason was. Boomer went down with a shoulder injury. Don't know how serious. Again, he dumps it off. This is James Brooks. Stops the clock as he dives over. Now let's take a look at the scoreboard. Something Sam Weitz doesn't want to look at. Miami rallied in the 4th quarter on a touchdown by rookie Lorenzo Hampton to beat Pittsburgh. It was the Cleveland Browns rallying on a late touchdown by Kevin Mack to beat New England, and the Browns take the lead in the AFC Central. Montana threw for 4 touchdowns. San Francisco beat winless Atlanta going away. Chicago was down 12-0, but the Bears come on to extend their record to 5-0. Green Bay routed Detroit. We'll check the rest momentarily, as right now it is 2nd down and about a yard for Cincinnati, but the Jets lead the game with time almost out. 1:20 to play in the game, and the Jets lead 29-13. Rodney Holman catches the ball again too little too late as he's out to the 47, but that's all the Jet defense gave Turk Schonert. Russell Carter on the tackle. The Bills fall to 0-5, even under new coach Hank Bulla. New Orleans beat the Eagles, that which has been helping the Saints. 53 seconds left to go. Schonert with a problem. Unloads the ball. He gets it out to Alexander, and he gets out of bounds at the 47-yard line with 45 seconds to play.
Joe Walton's got to be very happy. Very happy.
Raiders move their record to 3-2, as are the Chiefs after today's play. Seattle, after 2 straight losses, coming back now and leading San Diego in the 4th quarter by 12 at the Kingdome. Denver moving along with an easy win over Houston. Elway had a big day at Mile High Stadium. The Rams held on to beat the Vikings 13-10. Remember X saying he liked the Vikings in that game, and they were a big underdog.
X also liked the Cincinnati Bengals.
So he's a push on those two. Turk Schonert running up the field. He better slide. Yet he falls. Nicely done by Turk with 33 seconds to play. Sam Weitz calling for a timeout, a 17-yard run on the play, and the Bengals call a timeout with 31 seconds to go. We'll be back at Riverfront Stadium with the Jets in the lead, 29-13, right after this.
You can manage your business with the Tandy 6000 from Radio Shack, a powerful multi-user system that allows your office to work together by sharing one computer with word processing and data processing for strategic planning and control. Information sharing is essential for success, and the Tandy 6000 gives you a wealth of information for sound business decisions. Tandy computers, in business, for business, only at Radio Shack Computer Centers.
It's time.
What?
It's time, John.
What about my family?
You know that humongous mortgage on your house? With Transamerica Life, it can be paid.
It's paid?
And your son's college?
It's paid?
It's time.
Okay,
Ready to go.
No, not that time. Your premium is due.
Transamerica Life Insurance. The power of the pyramid is working for you.
Tuesday night, the American League Championship Series begins on NBC Sports from Toronto. Kansas City against the Blue Jays, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Now, first down and 10 for Cincinnati. Rodney Holman left about 5 seconds early. He did catch the ball.
Let him pay the price on the tackle then if you jump offside. Some justice in that. It's a big win for the New York Jets.
Really is.
4-1 now. Awful good start. Very similar to last year's start when they were 6-2 without Lamb Jones.
Offside offense number 82.
Wesley Walker came back today, and he really helped. You'll recall that first pass of the season, he caught a 37-yard gainer from Ken O'Brien that resulted in the Jets' first touchdown when they tied the game.
Yeah, just the threat of his speed certainly loosened up the Bengal defense. Kurt Sohn, a big day.
Mr. Paul Brown, the man who has run this franchise and the Cleveland Browns before it. What's he thinking?
He knows the league office number. He doesn't have to look in the phone book for that one.
.27 seconds to play. Bengals trailing the Jets 29-13. Eddie Brown can't hold on. Second down and 15.
And I tell you, a loss like this too is difficult to recover from as a football team. They have had their problems defensively throughout this season, but when something like this happens, Sam White has got a major job coming off a sterling performance against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Three River Stadium, and now come back to your home turf and have this happen to you, or play this way, whichever way you want to look at it. This takes a lot of soul searching and patting on the back and rebuilding of confidence in your football team this week.
Stanford Jennings can't find the handle. 18 seconds from the numbers being final. NBC tonight, Punky Brewster leads off, followed by Silver Spoons, Steven Spielberg's new Amazing Stories, called by some critics the best new show on television. Alfred Hitchcock presents, and then the NBC Sunday night movie, The Long Hot Summer, starring Don Johnson of Miami Vice fame.
This game may qualify as one of Steven Spielberg's amazing stories.
Trump is taking no prisoners down the stretch here.
Officials should not have this big an effect in a football game. And I repeat, these films will not be highlights for the officials.
Not part of the teaching reel.
No. Well, maybe part of the teaching reel, but they'll not be voices.
This is going to go the distance. Perhaps Stanford Jennings gets the ball. He's thrown down at the 11-yard line. The clock down to 8 seconds. And the Bengals stop it after a 24-yard gain. So they've got time to get the ball in the air again, as Sam White would like to get one on the board. They've not scored in the second half. You remember it was a 14-13 game at halftime. 29-13 now. The Jets in the lead.
So far, keeping his composure there on the sideline in a very difficult situation.
Next Sunday, join NBC Sports as we continue our coverage of the 1985 NFL season. Most of you will see the interconference matchup between the Steelers and the Cowboys, a rematch of Super Bowls 10 and 13, plus other regional action. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area. It all gets underway with NFL 85. Your team plays here, so kick off with NBC Sports.
Can I harken back to that interception that was ruled a safety? Let's paint it a little different picture. Let's say that Lewis Breeden catches the interception at about the 6-yard line, fights and scratches to keep out of the end zone, finally falls in. Is that a safety too?
No.
Why not? What's the difference?
Forward progress. The ruling there was that under of his own volition in possession of the ball.
But he still goes in the end zone.
Yeah, but he ran in. Here's a throw by Schoner to Stanford Jennings, and he's close. They rule he's not quite in with 4 seconds to play.
All right, let's try this. Lewis Breeden makes the interception, fights and scratches, and stays out of the end zone. Where do they give him the ball? At the point where he intercepts it, or at the point where he stops?
He tried to return it and had a chance to. Have to give it to him with the point where he's knocked down.
All right. One, he's looking up in the air. He has no idea where he is at all. When he
Great
catches,
play.
it's a great catch. When he catches the ball, he's still trying to grab it. Now you're telling me that
he was trying to stay out. I think you're right.
And you're telling me that he goes into the end zone with us on his own choice.
Well, looking at the back there, I think you're right.
I disagree. I mean, suddenly he looks down and he's at the goal line.
Right. Stanford Jennings is into the end zone as the game winds out. And things are being thrown on the field as the Bengals on the final play of the game get their first points of the second half, but it's too late.
They'll have to kick the extra point. Game's not over yet.
29-19 is the count now. The Jets in the lead as Jim Breach comes out to try to make it 29-20. The Bengals do get the score, but much too late.
There's a big advantage here. The officials are right close to their door as they exit the field. Might help them a great deal.
They'll be running some of those faux off the field.
Yes, sir. This will be the quickest. It's good, and to the locker room, you and I will see.
Jim Breach out to try the point after with Strider holding. It's on the way. It's good. The game is official. The final score is the New York Jets 29, the Cincinnati Bengals 20. For Bob Trumpy, this is Don Criqui. Immediately following these local messages, we'll join the Punky Brewster program in progress, except for the Pacific time zone and some mountain time zones where programs will be seen at their regular time. Glad you could be with us on NBC Sports.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
This has been a presentation of NBC Sports, the leader in innovative sports television.
Don Johnson, Sybil Shepherd, Jason Robards, Ava Gardner. In the world premiere of The Long Hot Summer tonight.
Quick, fly to London for just $189. See your travel agent or call Virgin Atlantic right away and ask about our same-day fare.
The people of New Jersey have been waiting for a nationally recognized bank of their own. First Fidelity Bank's assets of over $10 billion make it the largest in New Jersey. As a leading New Jersey municipal bond underwriter, First Fidelity is providing the resources to help preserve our lakes, streams, rivers, and 127 miles of shoreline. We're concerned with everything that's important to the people of New Jersey, because at First Fidelity Bank, our first concern is you.
Oh, is there one in your basement? An old oil furnace or boiler? Change it now to a high-efficiency gas heating system. Gas heat is clean, economical, and eliminates fuel deliveries because gas is always there when you need it. Call this number or your local gas company for a free brochure on dependable gas heat, the modern alternative.
Growing pains hit Atlantic City on Strictly Business tonight, 11:45.
Tonight, Punky Brewster starts a babysitting business.
Let us watch your kid. You'll be glad you did.
This is my precious little Maxwell.
But sitting their first client is harder than they thought. And things go from bad to worse when they bring home the wrong baby.
What is it?
And now join Punky Brewster in progress.
You couldn't have gotten that much sun. Henry and I will be right back. And Brandon, too.
Punky Brewster sponsored in part by delicious Citrus Hill Select Orange Juice, 100% pure, 100% natural, 100% guaranteed to get your juices flowing.
Well, my world was dull and gray, hadn't felt the sun in days. Tried new Citrus Hill Select, what a wonderful effect. 'Cause my day gets going and my juices get flowing. It's that sunshine taste I can't do without. It's that tingle on the lip, it's that dazzle in the sip. Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing.
What makes new Citrus Hill so select? Because from every orange we select, we take the purest, freshest part, the heart. It's a dose of sunshine that'll get your juices flowing.
Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing. Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing.
Mom, what are you doing here?
You invited me.
Tomorrow night. Tom's coming to dinner tonight.
Oh, so I'm early. Give me a chance to meet your fiancé.
Boyfriend, Mom. Boyfriend.
Boyfriend, fiancé, it's all the same.
Really, Mom, I have got to get ready.
Oh, I should freshen up, too. Do you have any antiperspirant?
Here.